The mayor is hoping a change in policy will be part of the solution to stop gun violence in our community. Mayor Bowser has just introduced new legislation aimed at keeping repeat violent offenders in custody. John Henry breaks down what's in the bill.
D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says this legislation is all about identifying and filling in gaps in D.C.'s justice system.
We know that we need to make some changes and that making the right changes requires us to be introspective, to evaluate, pivot.
This legislation she calls common sense looks to fight crime in multiple ways. The mayor is proposing that the council up the penalties for illegal gun possession and violent crimes that target people with disabilities. Her bill would strengthen provisions that allow people to petition for early release. Also, it looks to amend the D.C. Code to make it an assumption that repeat offenders of violent crimes not be released before they go to trial for a crime of violence. This comes after the Pretrial Services Agency for D.C. said in fiscal year 2022, 85% of cases in D.C. resulted in defendants being released pre-trial.
We proudly, of course, in our city believe in second chances, but we also believe in accountability.
This legislation will help reshape the criminal justice ecosystem here in D.C.
But Patrice Sutton, executive director of the D.C. Justice Lab, says the pretrial release portion of the bill, as it is written, is vague.
You know, how any of this is consistent with what I was just looking at punishment instead of other things that actually prevent crime, and to characterize that as protecting the community is especially troubling.
The mayor is also calling on her deputy mayors to come up with more solutions. For example, she wants the deputy mayor for Health and Human Services to submit a plan for a hotline parents can call if they're concerned about an imminent threat to their child from gun violence. This introduction comes just a day before the mayor and police chief are set to testify before members of Congress about crime in D.C. tomorrow.
I'm less concerned about their concerns. I'm more concerned about the 700,000 people who live here.
Very latest from H Street, John Henry, WUSA 9.
We actually had a whole discussion about the crime happening right now in our community and the people who are working to stop it.
Yeah, we asked the Metropolitan Police Department to find us a cross-section of officers who've sworn to protect and serve and work in every corner of D.C.
And they shared their journeys with us in what we call In Conversation. There are so many moments in this hour-and-a-half long discussion that you have to see. And you can see the full interview now on WUSA 9 Plus, streaming on your smart TV, or just scan the QR code right there on your screen.